Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm fully back on the clock now and getting into it. We're gonna make a quick update video here and just take a walk around the shop to see what's been happening. Jumping right into it here, we've been machining other batches of GSO 5.1, so we've got all these ready to go up to heat treat next week. We've done some more TSK Tontos, those are ready to go up to heat treat next week. And we're also running a little CrewForge V experiment. We had stopped production on these, but we're going to have a look here and see if we can maybe run these blanks through another anneal. And then we also machine some blanks to see if there are some ways to arrest some of that movement we've been seeing in the previous batch. Just trying to skin this cat a different way. So wish us luck. It'd be really nice to be able to get these out in hands. I really like this design and the 5.1 design, all those. So if we can turn this CrewForge V into something nice that's sellable, we'll let you know here shortly. But we'll keep you apprised as this experiment is ongoing. So that's what's happening over here at Haas number 1. Okay, so sneaking up behind Mike here. He is currently working on the clicky box here, getting the grind all sorted out for the TSK Tonto. There's a lot of devil in the details there with getting jobs set up properly. So just want to make sure everything is perfect so everyone's happy. So you'll be seeing more details on this shortly. So stepping over here to the Blanchard grinder, I have been working on flattening and finish grinding GSO 5.1s. These are in MagnaCut. So I'm going to keep working on those, and once I've got the rest of this batch done, we are going to swing back around and grind the last couple little piles of these EDC3s. We've got some of those in MagnaCut and K890, and these couple little handfuls of GSO3s I didn't get to before I jumped off to start grinding these 5.1s. I'm going to get those knocked out as well. Okay, another thing we're going to tackle here before we switch over to rough grinding again, we are going to be getting these GSO 4.7s. This is the newer spec. These all flattened and finished ground right behind those 5.1s, the EDC3s and the GSO 3s. And we're also working on GSO 4.5s in the Bushcrafts here. And then we've got a bunch of these standards as well, the thicker variant. So that's happening. All right, so Mike and Matt are just getting started here. We have a ton more sheets to cut. We've already got a mountain of blades here staged up. We're going to be working on getting these pushed through preheat treat, rough grinding, and then profile machining. And we'll be getting these off to heat treat here very, very soon. We've also cut some more EDC3s here in the K890. So we've got a great start here for next week as we jump back into preheat treat grinding. Also have a fun little teaser here. You guys will find out about that real soon. So that's what's happening over here. So since this batch of blades, we've changed all of our production methods entirely, but these are still pretty much all to full thickness. These are GSO 4s. We've got these, and over there more in 3V. They're all full thickness, so while we do have that roughing wheel on there, we're going to get all these pulled down just over nominal, so then we're ready to start getting all these GSO 4s finished ground and move through finishing with the ones that we've already been working on. So that's going to be happening really soon here once we get that wheel changed back over. So while we're looking at them here, we also have a ton of GSO 4.5. Are these the Bushcrafts? These are standards in K890, EDC4s in K890, and a bunch more GSO 4.5 Bushcrafts in K890. These will all be headed up to heat treat this week as well. Okay, so this is these are more of a smaller niche run of highly specialized knives, but they are worth a mention. As we're getting caught up with all these other projects, we are going to start moving forward with the Pikal as well as the Necker 2. So you'll start seeing us cutting fixtures and getting ready for production on these. I'm very excited about these. They're really different and a niche thing, but I think they're both really fun little designs here, and I can't wait to start getting these pushed through here so we can start sharing them with you. So real quick, I would like to mention the Vendetta 4.5 and the Vendetta 4. We have a bunch of these blades back from heat treat that we're going to be working through finish grinding. We do have a bit of a backlog right now as we're getting sheets set up for a bunch of these new models. Armory Plastics does have a bunch of bigger customers that they're trying to keep satisfied as best as possible, but they are, as they get time, doing these setups for things like the EDC3, the EDC 2.7, the GSL 4.5 Scandi special edition things. All these different knives that are coming down the pike that need fresh pants designed for them are happening. But as we are getting on top of the TSK and some of these other things and know that those are ready to move forward, we will start finishing these out as well. We've already got handle blocks cut, blades are back from heat treat, and we're going to be working on getting some more Magna Cut now that we feel a little bit more confident about getting this processed to get those Magna Cut parts caught back up to these. So this won't be very long, just waiting on getting all the other sheaths set up. That shouldn't take long. They're working on the first few, and they said everything is going really, really well. So that's what's happening with those. And this little segment of video is a great reminder for me that the machine shop is getting way ahead of me on handles. I haven't really paid much attention this week with my personal situation going on, and I know I'm ahead of assembly, but yeah, I gotta get back over here so they don't get me overwhelmed. But we got lots and lots of handles machined over here, ready for micro texturing. Some GSO 12 handles here. I don't know if you saw GSO 10s, TSKs, EDC 4s, GSO 4.5s, EDC 3s and 2.7s, and GSO 5.1 handles. So we're continuing to get everything done here. Okay, so moving over here to surface prep. We've got all of these EDC 4s. They've been washed, demagged, and they're ready for the surface prep ahead of our stone wash finishing. Also, if you're paying attention here, we've got some more samples prepped to go out for some coating R&D. We've already got some samples out with the talented folks over at Richter Precision in Lancaster, but we've got a few different ideas that we've been looking at running with, and now that we're back here in the work in Pennsylvania with all these interesting companies around us, we've got all kinds of things we've been waiting to run with. So we'll have more news on that soon. I've also got to work on some of these big GSO 12s, get those where these are, so we can get those through stone washing this week. We've also got more batches of GSO 4s and EDC 4 full flat grinds coming through finishing. This little stack of EDC 4 full flats in Magna Cut got forgotten here in a little update. I'd gotten them demag but not washed, but they're also over here, and I'll be working those through surface prep and finishing this week. Over here on the quiet side of the wall, Ellie just finished fine-tuning and double-checking all the builds here. We've got some GSO 5.1s and 5.1 factory seconds, and some of these GSO 4.7s and those factory seconds as well. So the folks wondering about that, those are all now ready to be buffed and shipped out. We've got a lot of them over on the shipping bench already, but just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know that they are here, they're built, and they're all fine-tuned in now, so those will be going out this week. Just as a quick aside, these are some of the practical things. I don't talk much about it, but when some of these steels grow in an irregular manner, it just gets less predictable, so it makes fitment the way we would like a little more difficult. So just seeing these here, that's what's going on with those. These just need a light reaming, but these are probably we're gonna look at some different handles and seeing if we can build these with something else. But just when things grow in slightly irregular ways, you know, the center to center on the holes can move a little bit more than we're expecting, which just causes extra hand work that it's hard to anticipate if the growth rate and how the parts move change from batch to batch. So that's where I'm really, really happy that we have a few steel options, you know, that we have something that's really, really nice for each of our series so that we can play with a wide variety of alloys in a way that makes sense for everybody. You guys get really nice knives and we're not tearing our hair out here. So that's what's going on right here. Sneaking in behind the shipping area, I can see that even with Ellie and I dealing with my grandmother as she declined, Josh was keeping things busy here and prepping for us. So we've got plenty of boxes built. I know it's a small thing, but I'm glad to see that everybody's been using their time wisely and keeping things moving ahead smoothly. So now that we're back on the clock here fully, we can just focus on the work. So big thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it. Okay, so coming over here to the assembly bench, Ellie is getting the very last of these EDC4 Special Edition Cerakoted knives staged for assembly. These are already sharpened and engraved. They'll just need a final buff after assembly. She's also working on getting the 095 Special Edition GSO 4.5 staged up. This is the last of these. So we'll be building the last of these this week. And we've got the 130 variant as well. These are all ready to be assembled. So yeah, down here we have the EDC 2.7s, all those Special Edition Cerakoted blades. We'll be getting these assembled this week. So most of these are just going to be waiting on sheaths to arrive, but we've been busy, and I just wanted you to see we've got lots of progress here, and everything has been happening even though we've been working through some personal stuff. All the work's been going on. So already built. This is worth a look. We've had lots and lots of building going on here. We've got all of the GSO 4.5, the thinner 095 blades here, and the thicker 130 blades. So these are just about all buttoned up once we get the last of those built. Additionally, we've been building EDC4 full flat grind orders and building the other combos of the EDC4 in the Special Edition Cerakote. So we've got lots and lots happening here, and I'm very, very excited to start getting these out into your waiting hands once she's start arriving. And I can't forget the TSKs. We're gonna start getting those assembled in earnest. All the blades are done and sharpened, engraved, ready. We got word that once we get these EDC4 sheaths going, the TSK is one of the next things happening, along with the GSO 4.5. So since we know that's going to be ramping up, we're going to start getting these built and prepared so that when the sheaths arrive, they're just ready to roll out the door to into your waiting hands. All right, so that's a quick walk around the shop this Saturday evening, but signing off here, I did just want to mention a few things. I know we've had delays, and during our move out with the decarburization issue, we were hoping to be more completely caught up on our backlog, but having to redirect, we weren't able to get some of those things done before we had to break our equipment down and start moving. And unfortunately here on the other end, we arrived to not having a roll-up door hole, which caused us some huge delays. We didn't have water for the first 2 months of being here. The roof was still being worked on. There's just a lot of things. We still don't have a front door, but the space is at least functional now. So I just wanted to let everybody know we are 100% functional now, and I'm 100% back on task here in the shop. So I just want to do this quick walk around and let you guys know, even having basically a couple months of delays leading up to our moving out of our old location and a couple months of delays getting fully moved in and up to full capacity here in this location, we still are making great strides now, and there's nothing holding us back now. So in addition to all of this great progress, we've got things loaded up pretty well on the machine shop side, and it's just looking like nothing but good forward progress from here. So I do apologize for those delays as we got moved out and moved back in here, but we are running full steam now, and I'm looking forward to showing you what our small team is capable of. So check back often. We're gonna have lots of updates, but enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we're gonna talk to you again soon.